Okay, so first and fucking foremost, I just want to say spoiler warning. If you have not seen episode 2 of Game of Thrones season 6, click away now. But those of you that haven't, 3, 2, 1. Jon Snow has fucking returned! Okay, so right off gate we get Bran and Bloodraven, and they are hooked into the Weirwood net, experiencing the vision. And it's not long thereafter that we find out the vision they are experiencing is a young Ned and a young Benjen, and they're sword fighting, which is very reminiscent of a certain flashback from the books. But icing on the cake, Lyanna fucking Stark. Yo, she's badass. She is like basically what Arya would happen if she never left Winterfell. Not only that, we get old Hodor, or should I say Willis. Yeah, I kind of wish they had named him Waldor, but whatever. Lyanna and Bran, obviously, well, it's pretty funny. Bran, okay, so basically what happens is Lyanna calls over and says, well, Benjen, you could spar with him. And Bran has this look on his face right here like, oh shit, can she see me? Is she fucking talking to me? And then he turns around and reveals that she was actually talking to Hodor. Hodor grabs the shield and sword, and Bran shortly thereafter realizes it's Hodor, and of course Bloodraven being a dick ends the vision. And we get this crazy fucking shot of the new makeup and special effects for the Children of the Forest. What the fuck? In my initial live stream reaction, Ricey said that this helps, the makeup actually helps prove how evil Children of the Forest are. Once back in the cave and out of the vision, Bran realizes that Mira is missing, and he asks Hodor to take him to Mira. How the fuck does Hodor know what to do? Or how the fuck does Hodor even know where Mira is? Whatever, they all live in the same environment. But basically we realize that Mira wants to leave the wall, and she feels like there's no point in her being there, at least, and she's sad. Cut back to the wall, and Ollie is with Alliser Thorne, and they're outside the door to the room where Jon Snow's body's being kept. And of course we get that scene that happened on Conan, where he's about to break in the door, and most likely, like with all the people he had, probably killed Davos. Enter 1-1. Pissed off and ready to fucking go, and then some dumbass decides to clip him in the shoulder, and he gets the Sir Patrick of King's Mountain treatment, meaning that he gets his shit smeared up all kinds of different ways up against the wall. And it was like that was a pretty common theme of this episode, was smashing heads up against the wall like it ain't nothing. Like, Dan and Dave, mad props. Kind of love you guys for this episode. You did not fail us. Shortly thereafter, this fucking bastard is arrested and thrown in a cell. In my opinion, you should have beheaded him right then and there, but you're saving him for Jon. This next scene with Jaime and King Tommen talking, it's pretty interesting because it gives you an insight that Tommen's kind of sick of being a little bitch boy, and he might actually start doing something. He does admit that he knows his mom. Basically, he knows his mom is up to some shit. Then we get this really fucking funny scene that is explained later on by the High Sparrow, saying that they put the stones on the dead person's body as a way to say, hey, your eyes are closing in this world and they're opening up in the next one. But for what that really is for us, it's just entertainment, because these eyes look fucking crazy. This is that scene that I was talking about where the High Sparrow explains why we put the silly looking rocks on the dead body's eyes, but Jaime ends up saying, yo, I should stab you right now. If you look in the background though, Jaime is quickly put in his place real fast though. Only reason being is because he was greatly outnumbered and he's kind of missing a hand. He knew he could take out one old man, but one old man and 15 or 16 sparrows? I don't think so. Then we get a quick touching scene straight from the trailer of Tommen and Cersei kind of making up. Hopefully she doesn't try to sleep with them next. Picking up into the fun part with Tyrion and the fucking dragons. I predicted this shit. I said, yo, Tyrion will in fact release the dragons. One thing had me worried was right here, that bolt looked a little bit too big for Tyrion's hands to pull out, so I thought maybe he might get a little bit of a struggle from the dragons at this point. And I know I already mentioned this in my live stream, but I felt like I wanted to re-mention it. Basically, I thought there was going to be some sort of struggle and that Tyrion would maybe piss off the dragon and he would turn around. It's hard for me to tell which one was Viserion and which one was Rhaegar. I know the people could tell, but I couldn't. It was a rush. And he would end up getting eaten in the struggle. There are several touching lines here. One of the funnier ones, as Ray pointed out to me too, was I had to rewatch it for it. But basically Tyrion says at the beginning, don't eat the help. He says, I'm just here to help. And then he says, don't eat the help. But there's also a touching moment when Tyrion's telling I think it was Rhaegal. He's telling him about how when he was a child, all he wanted was a dragon, even if it was small as him. Which just, I don't know, Tyrion may be a Targaryen. Next up, I kind of missed out on Arya in my last week's breakdown, but it just kind of fucks with my head a little bit to see her getting abused so bad. But basically, the wave shows up as usual. She fucks with her even harder. She actually lets Arya think that she's getting closer to her, and then she like moves up the stairs and shit, and Arya gets tripped. But long story short, Jack and Hagar shows up, and he said, the man will offer you food, shelter, and a place to sleep if you tell me your name. And she's like, I have no name. And luckily, she passes his test, and they go back to the House of Black and White. Back at the wall, Melisandre is doing her duty, and she is preparing Lord Snow for what looks like, I don't know, an embalming. I definitely wasn't expecting the spell to go down this way, but basically what she does is she prays over him, and she literally gets to the point where she stops speaking, and whatever language she's speaking in, you guys can tell me down in the comment section, and actually says please. And then nothing happens. Everybody leaves the room. Davos is the last one to leave. Camera pans in on Ghost. He wakes up, which actually could confirm Jon Snow working into Ghost, but we'll talk about that in another video. And then, holy shit, the boy is awake. Yo, he is super awake. Like, he won't even have any scars. Like, not even in his stomach, at least. I don't know. He might have this one on his face. But yeah, Jon Snow has returned, and we can all say, hallelujah, I love Jon Snow. Well, kind of like man love, you know what I'm saying? Like brotherly love, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel like I have to say this now. No homo. Yo, Jon Snow is so awake, he legit looks like he just hit the fucking bag of cocaine, the same cocaine that Scarface was using. Now I shall proceed to talk about some events that I missed out on. These are not in particular order. I just pulled them out. I feel like I had to get to Jon Snow quicker than later. But yeah, so these events, like I said, aren't in any particular order. I just wanted to talk about them because they are important. So we get Euron and Balon on the bridge, and if you want to take the show for any kind of legitimacy, this confirms that Euron is the one to kill Balon in the books and in the show. But basically, long story short, he pushes his ass off the damn bridge. I do want to say book readers not to worry, because even though Euron's eye was not injured in the beginning, it does look like Balon was able to stab him in the eye or stab him across the eye. I don't know. Then we have what could be Damp Hair talking to Yara about how Yara says, yo, I'm going to take the throne. And he's like, no, you ain't. And Yara's response to that, yeah, but my daddy wanted me to, so fuck you, potential damp hair guy. And oh yes, I did not forget about Ramsay's many triumphs this episode. He fed Fat Walda and Baby to the dogs, and then, just icing on top of the cake, and I feel like it's a good note to end this video on, he stabbed the living shit out of his father. Like, I'm talking on some shit like Ramsay's face was pretty freaking contorted. But I want to say this. Hey, look, Ramsay. Good job, buddy. Roose, you're fucking dead. You shouldn't have killed Robb Stark. You shouldn't have... You know what, Ramsay? There's a lot of shit that you can learn from your father. And one of those things is don't fuck with Starks. I know that's going to be the first thing that you're going to go and think to do, is to go fucking try to kill some more Starks. You're trying to impregnate one. I think, like, you will agree with your father that, yeah, you need Sansa Stark if you want to hold the North, as you will. But I also think that, well, look, you've got another thing coming, bro. But thank you for killing fucking Roose. He's had something coming for a long time. But yeah, we have reached the end of this video. Yeah, I do want to take this time real quick to say one more time, Jon fucking Snow is alive as shit. He is so alive, like he just hit Scarface's cocaine. Like, yo, this episode was meme worthy. They're gonna be like 50 to 60 fucking memes that are gonna be hilarious just from this episode alone. But holy shit. So yeah, that being said, I know there are a few things that I missed out on this breakdown, but it's 4:30 in the morning. I've got to be at work in 26 minutes. And I did what I said I was going to do. Told y'all I'd have this breakdown out for you guys in the morning. Go check out the live stream if there's anything that you want to know from my initial reaction. It was amazing. We had like nearly 300 people watching us. Like, it was fucking crazy. But I love this, and that's why I'm saying, like, it's my job to get these reviews out to you guys, and I said I would do it, so I did it. But yeah, with that being said, I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you click like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and if there's anything that I messed out that you want me left out or missed, that you want me to cover in my next video, let me know down in the comment section. We'll probably be putting out another video on those same things, and then also I have a shit ton of predictions for what the fuck Jon Snow's gonna do as his first move. That being said, I'll do my predictions for episode 3, and thank you all for watching. This has been Sir Hunt's Reviews. Real quick, everybody that's new to this channel and all my old subscribers as well, thank you all so fucking much. And if you're new here, this is Sir Hunt's Reviews, and I try to do all types of content, but mainly, obviously, it's Game of Thrones season, so I have been heavily focusing on that this past month. But I want to thank everybody for being so fucking amazing. Y'all have a good day.